A narcissistic parent, which may be a mother or a father, is using the children as narcissistic supply. That's all they're doing. And if the child understands and knows how to cooperate with the narcissistic parent, then this child can have a smooth sailing. The other ones are being picked out like bad vegetables. They're just not benefiting from the parents. And I want to stress a little bit of how important parenting is. Someone who is a victim of narcissistic abuse can appreciate how important parenting plays a role in the child's upbringing, how important it is to have open communication, how important it is to teach these children about themselves and have a very, very close relationship, because during a period of a lot of years, traumas and abuse and outside the house and inside the house, things can happen to these children. And if there's no relationship between the parents and the children, and there's no trust between a child and the parents to come and tell the children what to do, those children will become concrete. Those children will learn how to deal with life in a very unhealthy way, and this will go over to their adult life and the adult relationships and in marriage and in business, and they would be unhealthy adults. So this is very, very crucial, the awareness that needs to be done in this subject. The narcissist does not love any of her children because she has no feelings and she is not aware of what love is. She was never loved and she cannot love. What she can do is she uses the children for narcissistic supply. What does that mean? That is a very important drug for the narcissist. It's called narcissistic supply. Now, if she has a child who is a pleasing child, who wants to please the mother, and knows exactly what the mother wants to hear, and feeds this narcissistic supply to the mother, that child becomes the golden child, and that child has a smooth sailing. The other children fly out of the window. Now, don't think for a second that the golden child is the lucky one. The golden child has to work just as hard of pleasing, constantly doing and saying and pleasing, being a supply. Because as soon as that child stops being the supply, and the mother makes it clear that the punishment that it's going to be if that child stops giving narcissistic supply, they don't love, they don't know how to love. And what we see is an act or a service for themselves. The narcissistic mother will either bring up narcissistic children, or she would turn the children into codependents. How a narcissistic mother will bring up a narcissistic child is because this child learned from a very young age how to please the mother. And this child had trauma when she was a child. And she understood that there's nobody home. There's nobody to talk to. And this child learned how to deal with that pain, just like the mother dealt with the pain. So this child's gonna turn into be a narcissist. Now, there's another child who is not feeding the mother. And this child is constantly looking for validation. This child is growing up with a low self-esteem. And this child is the one who is the codependent. A lot of times, the narcissist will marry a codependent and a codependent will marry a narcissist because two narcissists don't get along. They both want to use each other and they both don't feel each other. The game is not a game. So the narcissist can walk down the street and not be attracted to 16 people the 17th person is attracted to the narcissist because there's a codependent. That's why this is a dysfunctional dance. So it could be that the mother is a narcissist and the father is not, or the father is and the mother is not. It's a vicious cycle. They repeat it for the children again and again and again and again.